The message of rock water is that life is not a competitive sport, it is a cosmic dance. Life is not a competitive sport, it is a cosmic dance. Because of too much of scientific inventions, because of so much of importance given to wealth, money, the competitiveness is more, and it results in so much of disease and disorder. And the message given by Dark Water is that life is not competitive sport. You stop running, you stop competing, you stop controlling, you stop being a victim. You understand the cosmic dance. If you don't understand, I will dance to my own tunes. Is the message of Rockwater. It is going to dance. The egoistic aspect of all the developed nations, the controlling aspect of all developed nations will be under control by Rockwater tendency. It will make it everything in a balance within 1 or 2 years. It won't take much time. So, if you don't change, nature will change you. This is the message of water. It is flower which is untouched by human thought form, from water which is untouched by human invasion. Water is inquisitor. It is an inquisitor. Among five elements, water has predominantly changes the history, geography, social, and political scenarios throughout the history of the world. No other element has changed it. Likewise, we are not comparing it, but still, water has a potential, has a potential to become air and land, and even cosmos. It is a kind of middle part. It becomes air, water, and fire, and also the wind. They call the a spatial particle, or the particle, the ethereal particle. You just have a potential. That's why so much of importance have been so much of importance given to water in all over the world, in all cultures. So much of dread has been in our mind, like a tsunami or cloud burst and great flood. Great flood has changed the whole course of events, whole course on the, even it changed the course of the, the rotation of Earth. Such a beautiful, such a beautiful element which we can handle. We cannot handle air, we cannot handle fire, we cannot handle earth, but you can handle and use for our greater purpose. Uh, Down the ages, science, many advanced cultures, scientists now, even in Japanese people like Hamato, has proved that the whole water is a kind of elixir. It is a boon to us to deal with it, and which gives everything to us. Before going to water, we have to know that our earth is a living being. Our earth is a conscious being. Very, very important point. It is a living being. It is a conscious being. The latest news is that there is a fungus which has developed recently by the nature, which can eat plastics. which can change the plastic's quality. So nature has started to heal itself. It is a living organism. The planet is a living organism. The whole universe is an intelligent cosmos. It is a conscious being. Among that conscious being, we can use that water element to an extent that which will give everything to us. So 16 rock water is the 16th remedy. Rock is a hard part, water is soft part. You can tell that rock water is a unification of the positive and negative. It is a unification of yin yang. It is a unification of male and female. It is a unification of good and bad. It is unification of the wholeness. So in all cultures, we can see that water has the spring water or the well water. Very important word which I have found today is that it is the water which has it is the water which comes from the deeper womb of earth, which is not invaded or are having any thought process of human beings, which is concentrated. The water is very concentrated, and another word is consecrated. Concentrated is there is no thought form in it. It is very pure, blank water, only blank water. It is a blank water which has no imprint of human mind. It has a human mind which is concentrated and consecrated. Consecrated is holy water. We have seen in all over the world, in India, in other countries, we have water which has a healing property, which has which is giving tranquility, which is giving abundance, which is giving peace, which is giving everything. So Dr. Bach is breaking his pattern. He could not contain, and he is not very strict, though he is very strict that he wanted to deal with only flowers. Water has the quality of inquisitiveness, and it entered into the flower kingdom, and now it has become the flora and fauna. The floral aspect and faunal aspect has come together, and he could not avoid it, because water, rock water, or the holy water which is coming from the deepest part of the earth, which has the quality of all the healing property, where the saints has put their huts, where temples and mosques and churches and all synagogues and everything has been built, where many people have gathered for a longer period. And moreover, very very important point I'm telling, a person of a higher consciousness beside a spring or a holy well has manipulated the water to his own consciousness for the development and upliftment of soul consciousness. Important point is that a person of a person who has realized, when he is beside, when his residence is beside a holy well, he will imprint his suggestion in the water, so that those who are taking that water will get uh, whatever they want, whether it is self realization or abundance or things like that. So soon after, if there are persons gathering together, and they are putting a kind of suggestion to the water, and the water changes its nature. Now there are lots and lots of research has been made in the water field and the crystallization of water and things like that. And beside every well, we have trees connected to that thing. So Dr. Bach has found that there is a need of deep patterning of his consciousness. Batch breaking the pattern of his own ideas. He's telling in rock water that this is called a flexibility flower. I have to be flexible. I should not have any ideas, philosophies, scientific things and things like that. It has to be as natural as possible, which is the flowers has to be as natural as possible. I don't want to give any ideas or any thought forms to it. For that, rock water is the resort. So from dogmatic principles, I am very strict in principles to attentiveness or a kind of understanding. Rockwater is telling, like Heather is telling, listen, unify. Rockwater is telling, free your soul. Your soul is caged with all the things. I am a woman, I am a man, I am living in USA, I am living in Uganda. I am I am a person of a higher caste, I am a person of lower caste. I know flower remedies well more than anything else. From that to I I don't have any pattern. I don't have any cages. Everything is a cage. Caste, creed, religion, language, gender, class. Everything is a cage which cages your soul. The soul wants to be broader. It wants to be without any pattern. It wants to unify itself. It wants to be. It doesn't want to do anything. It wants to be with the self. So from doing, these people are very rigid, straight, straight away living. Uh, they are very much having a schedule. That is 6 o'clock. I have to get up. I have to do yoga for 1 hour, and then I have to do meditation for 1 hour. I have to wear clean dress. I have to do sun yoga, things like that. And always these people are always kind of very strict at themselves, even in physical exercises, emotional balance, food, clothing, sleeping, everything strict. They cage themselves, not knowing that nature is something different. They are martyrs. Dr. Batch has developed a kind of strict things that flower remedies will do something, things like that, and he is trying to formulate some ideas. Suddenly, the resonance goes and it breaks the pattern, and then comes all remedies in a flow. They are having the theories, philosophies, ideologies, dogmas, and every patterning of the past. Those who are in past, they will be having depression or worries, and they'll be strict with the rules, and they'll stagnate the whole world. See, the whole world is in the state of stagnation because it is living always in the past. So theoretical idea, very, 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 very important point. Rockwater tell is that even the spiritual upliftment, you are trying to be spiritually awakened, you are too much serious about it, you are too much doing, you are doing too much to develop your spiritual aspect, you are doing too much. Heather is overthinking, Rockwater is overdoing things. Because of that, you become frozen, you become strict, you become as a rock like. You are too much working on your spiritual orientation, means that the spirit itself doesn't want you to work in that plane. It wants you to be relaxed and at ease. You have to be at ease. See the person who is doing yoga, see the person who is doing mantras, see the person who is doing sermons. You see the face, you will see that there is a kind of rock frozen thing in their face. They will be always frozen. They will be always elated. They will be thinking that you are down and they are up. They won't do anything, they won't tell anything to follow, but still they will be having the habit of thinking that you are down. A schedule, the physical body torture, emotional body torture, instinct torture, spiritual torture. Even they suppress the sexual feeling. Because of that, they are very much depressed, and also cuts the nature of natural flow. They have an idea. I will use only 2 dresses. They will have an idea that I will eat only one day. They will have an idea that I will be vegetarian. I don't take tea or coffee. I don't meet people after 7 or things like that. Liberation of worldly things. You are living the worldly things and too greedy to be spiritual. You want to be godly, you want to be spiritually upper, you want to do always show that you are good, you are doing things, and you are standing in one leg for long 50 years. What you are going to tell, what you are going to say the people that you are higher than them? That's it. You want to bow before him, rigid thing. Dr. Baj is telling that they want to plan the world according to their own outlook. They want to plan the world according to their own look instead of quietly and gently doing a little in the great plan. They are not in coordinates with the greater plan or divine plan. They want the world to change like they think. Because of these fellows, we are suffering a lot. One is extreme rock water tendencies, extreme martyrs, terrorist. One is extreme yogic things, and they are telling that you have to sleep only 4 hours, and they are not in flow with the nature. The understanding, waiting to administer the world, whole world, administration. They want to control the whole world because they have self-control. The understanding of allowing everyone to gain their own experience and to find their own salvation. Rockwater's quality is that the understanding of allowing everyone to gain their own experience. Everyone should get their own experience and to find their own way of salvation. Buddha has got his own salvation by himself. Ramana, Rumi, Al-Hilaj, Athar, and then Meera, Chaitanya, and all, everybody has got their own salvation by their own experience. That is what Rockwater is telling. Don't follow the holy books. Don't follow the holy path. Don't follow any techniques which is given by other people. You follow the technique and you arrive at your own technique. You have the potential. There should be flexibility. We not do for work meditation for a longer period. You have relaxation. You enjoy chocolates. You enjoy everything in the world and have a limitation into it. Have your own limitation. It is the thing. These people are very ancient. They follow the ancient tradition. They don't want any group discussions. They avoid group discussions. They don't want to prove anything, but indirectly they will prove that they are higher than you. They have a spiritual pride and suppression. Natural flow is suppressed. Inner saturation is there. They are stuck with the particular technique. Because of the tech, if you are stuck with a particular technique in meditation or particular spiritual path, Rockwater will do. It is an inquisitor. It will go deeper. You see water going deeper into the soil. Even water, air cannot go. Even fire cannot go. Water will go deeper. It will change the course of the events in your life. It is going to change in course of time. In coming years, water is going to change the whole thing. Whole world happenings will be changed by the water. They are very much interested in class distinction, caste distinction. This person who are need of, they are very very strong, very very hard, very very rigid in their thing. Those who are doing honor killing or things like that, or rock water quality. Self-realization. Rockwater is telling self-realization. There is no need of any rush. back to batch is telling that self-realization is a state of being, not aspiring. Very, very beautiful point. Self-realization is a state of being. You cannot aspire. If you aspire means there is a part of your mind that is which is wanting. There is an ego. There is a pattern. You are dealing with the pattern of the past. You are dealing with the pattern of your guru. You are dealing with the pattern of your book. You are dealing with the past thing. So if you stop aspiring and start being, it is realization. No addition. You are cutting off. See, whatever you have done, water will do null it. Water will make it zero. So pour water in your consciousness. That is your pattern, family pattern, your social pattern, your guru's pattern, your knowledge pattern, your deeds pattern. Everything you pour water and just be silent. Don't rush to the getting realization. Realization is a being state. So another important point is that self development, personality development is self you cannot develop. It is already there. Development is giving pattern to it. You just destroy all the patterning. Self is disclosed. Personality cannot be developed. Personality is itself is masking. So the greater message Rockwater is telling is that to serve, to serve is to accept all. You accept all the things, good, bad, mountain, valley, tradition, new, chocolates, organic, everything you accept in a natural way. Otherwise, the nature will make you to accept. If you are not changing, nature will change. It change you in a different way. So to flow naturally, rock water is the remedy. These persons are very cunning and they show very superior to you, and inside they have suppression and punishment. Even these person who are very much interested will not take ice creams or sweets or something like that. They will give punishment to themselves. Nobody is superhuman in the world. That's the message of rock water. You see people, cinema people or things like that, everybody is posing that they are superhumans. Nobody is. So another beautiful word for rock water is giving balance. See, balance energy is there. uh, Lao Tzu is telling softest thing overcomes hardest. Softest thing overcomes hardest. Flower is very softest, and even the hardest wine character is disturbed and demolished by the soft flower wine. Water makes big rock into pebbles and sand. And another important point is these persons are very much interested in setting impossible tasks. Because of that, they get depression. If you are setting an impossible task, you take rock water and you will be flexible and you will be fixing the task which is reachable to you. Very important point. And then they want desired results uh, to happen to them. And another thing is when results are not coming as you expected, you take rock water. Automatically, you will accept that results and the natural flow. These people are self-dominating, self-mastering. They will tell me that I am a self-master. Self cannot be mastered. In Chinese philosophy, mountain and water are very important because mountain is identified by water, water is identified by mountain, and they are two poles apart, and they are universal transformation or unification. When you want to understand an unfathomable and unpenetratable thing, rock water will disclose the mystery. When you want to understand anything which is subtle and intricate, you have to use rock water. These rock water tendency have a stagnated energy. They are frozen rock like there is no flow. They are dead actually. See, everything which is philosophies, ideologies, everything is dead. Which is living will undergo change. Anything which is living, anything which is organic will have a change, will have a development. These persons who are not very much dogmatic will not have any development. You can see that they will be always in the state. When you give them rock water, automatically there will be organic development and holistic development. These people will be suspecting everybody. They will be always monitoring and watching, suspecting, and trying to fool others. These people will tell that nothing is wrong with them. Another important, these people will tell nothing is wrong with them, and they will not take treatment also. They will tell that everything I am right, things like that. And like Heather, it is physical, emotional, mental, spiritual cleanser. Breaking the pattern. Breaking the pattern is a kind of a cleansing process. It's a kind of cleansing process. That's why if you have any major disease, in natural healing, they will break the pattern of your daily life. That is, you sleep at 4 in the evening, or eat at 11 instead of 6, and take water. And then every pattern, regular eating pattern will be disturbed, and sleeping pattern, and everything is disturbed, and the pattern disturbing. The disturbance of pattern is cleansing process. The both these environmental lessons, the 15th and 16th, heather and rock water is very much a cleansing aspect, and it elevates your consciousness to the state that you become universe of, you become universe, you become cosmic consciousness. That's why rock water patterning, it heals your physical aspect, emotional, mental, and spiritual rigidity. The important, very important psychology of a person who needs rock water is that they are very much involved in spiritual aspect. They think that they are spiritually they are spiritual masters, gurus, and things like that. Because of that, they want to show something, that they are higher than anybody else. I am higher than you, or things like that. They have a close affinity with the past. They don't spend money much. They don't take money. They don't give loan or have loan. They will be showing that they are simple. They will be showing that they are relaxed. And this person will be like elderly person. And the pattern and the healing centers, these are environmental lessons. Water observes the thought forms of human beings, and also other beings, and also the other vibes. Why he has taken from the deeper parts of deeper area of that spirit is that water is that he has taken the spring water is that it is not affected by human thought or any other vibe. That's why he can uh, there is a blank quality, there is a blank vibe. You have lots of different vibes, lots of pattern. When it merges, it makes it blank, like space it is. You have lots of thoughts, you see the space for a longer period, suddenly you become space. Like that, you have so much of patterning in your life, and you have so much philosophy, dogma, and strict rules and schedules and things like that, and you take rock water, and suddenly you become blank, and you become flexible. You become very a kind of childlike. You become a child again without anything. So in what the process of water is that the salt water is there and the sweet water is there. Salt water we find in seas and oceans, and sweet water we find because of clouds and rain. And this merging of two waters makes changes. You keep in mind that this is the greatest secret. Merging of salt water and sea water, sea water and sweet water makes the whole world a flux, a changing thing. That is, the geography changes, history changes, political changes happens, everything happens. That too, particularly batches in some other area, it is indicated that if there is a pure form of water from the spring, from the topmost mountain, when when it merges with salt water, you get a lot of energy from that. So, top of a hill, deepest part of the earth. From there, the spring comes and it merges with the water. You find in many areas it is there. There you have mostly the culmination of 3 to 4 rivers or seas that, where we can find a lot of energy is there, healing properties there. There is a connection between yin yang connection again, salt and sweet. We in down the ages we have seen that the culture has been affected by great floods and things like that. Now we are in the verge of having a great changes which is going to happen by water, and the dewdrop of any plant will contain the whole essence of that remedy. From that point only batch flower essence has been taken. The flower, the water, the dewdrop from the flower contains, if there is a heather flower, and from there a dewdrop is collected, the whole energy of the flower is absorbed by the water. Likewise, you can see in any areas, in any temples, any mosque, any pilgrimage centers, the water contains the whole holistic, the whole holy nature of that deity or church or mosque or that vibe which heals. From that point only, Batch has taken the dewdrops from initially, he has collected the dewdrops from the water, from the flower, and then he has converted into making the spring water. See, the spring water only he has taken because spring water contains blank energy. There is no pattern, and he is putting that into flower, and the spring water collects all the memory of the flower, and it is given to us in a way of flower remedies. So we can use water in a different way. It is water breaks the pattern, water repatterns you. Water has a definite pattern, and in the definite pattern can be used by your consciousness a in a different way. Dr. Bernard is telling rock water is among the most important of batch remedies in that uh, in that it pulls into focus many of the wider areas which lie on the periphery of the discoveries. The remedy, he says, brings great peace. Rock water brings great peace and understanding, brings the realization of being and not doing, of being ourselves, a great reflection of great thing. Beautiful line it is. Rock water gives you peace and understanding. First, you get peace and understanding. It is not going. It is realization is a being state, not doing state. Nothing can be done. You do mantras, you do postures, you do yoga. Nothing will happen. You be yourself. Realization happens, and then brings the realization of being and not doing, or being ourselves, a great reflection of great thing. You are Parabrahmam in a human form, is the message of rock water. You are the consciousness, you are the divine matrix in this human form. You are a spiritual being having a human experience, is the message of rock water via Dr. Batch. Thank you.